This video is about your body's fat burning and fat storing mechanism. Knowing this mechanism will help you to take decision about your food for your weight loss or weight gain. So let's get started. The glucose spike. Imagine you devour a sugary dessert. This sends blood sugars levels soaring, triggering a rapid release of insulin from your pancreas. This is the glucose spike. Insulin's action. Unlocking the cells. Insulin acts like a key unlocking the doors of muscle and fat cells. This allows glucose to enter these cells using glucose for energy. Cells that need immediate energy grab the glucose for their processes, storing excess glucose. If there is more glucose than cells need right away, insulin pushes for storage. Here is where fat comes in. Liver. Excess glucose can be converted into glycogen for short-term energy storage in the liver, but this has a limited capacity. Fat cells. Once liver storage is full, insulin promotes the conversion of remaining glucose into fatty acids. These fatty acids are then shuttled up to fat cells for long-term storage. Fat burning on hold. While this storage is happening, another effect of high insulin is that it puts fat burning on hold. With a plentiful supply of glucose readily available, the body doesn't need to access its fat reserves for fuel. This is like putting a pause on burning fat for energy. The aftermath. As your body processes the glucose and blood sugar levels return to normal, insulin levels will gradually decrease. This signals the fat cells to open up and release stored fatty acids break back into the bloodstream. These fatty acids can then be used for energy, especially during times when glucose levels are low, like between meals or during exercise. In summary, as glucose spike triggers insulin release, which promotes glucose uptake into cells for energy and stores excess as fats. At the same time, it puts fat burning on hold. Once the glucose spike subsides, insulin levels drop, allowing fat cells to release stored fatty acids for potential burning as well. Okay, let me show you the same mechanism in different language. The glucose spike. Imagine you devour a sugary dessert. This rapidly breaks down into glucose, causing a surge in your bloodstream, a glucose spike. Insulin response. Your pancreas reacts to the spike by releasing a shot of insulin. Think of insulin as a key that unlocks the doors of your cell. Glucose uptake. With insulin's help, glucose floods into your cell. This is fantastic. Glucose is the preferred fuel for many cells, especially muscles. They use it for immediate energy. Excess glucose. But what happens if your cells are already loaded with energy or cannot handle all the incoming glucose? This is where fast storage comes in. Fat storage mode. High insulin levels not only unlock the doors for glucose but also act like a signal to fat cells saying times to store. Extra glucose is then converted into fatty acids and deposited in these fat cells for later use. This helps regulate blood sugar by preventing it from getting too high. Fat burning on hold. As long as insulin levels are high due to the glucose spike, fat burning takes a backseat. With a readily available source of energy, the body prior, prioritizes using that and puts fat burning on hold. The flip side, now imagine the hours after you have finished the dessert, the glucose spike starts to subside and your blood sugar levels return to normal. This triggers a decrease in insulin fat burning activated. With low insulin, the fat cells get a different message. Open for business, enzyme breaks down stored fat into fatty acids, releasing them into the bloodstream. These fatty acids become the primary fuel source, especially during exercise or fasting periods when glucose is not readily available. Maintaining balance. The interplay between insulin, glucose spikes, and fat burning is essential for regulating energy levels and keeping your body functioning smoothly. However, chronically high insulin levels due to factors like high carb diet or insulin resistance can lead to excess fat storage and weight gain. Knowing this mechanism can help you to take decision how to lose weight fast or how to gain weight fast. Let me give you the healthy way for eating meal. Of course, at first eat your vegetables, which is high in fiber, then eat your protein and healthy fats. At last, take your carbohydrate, sugars, or anything anything related to glucose. Right. This sequence will help you to minimize your glucose spikes up to 75% according to research that I have uh, learned.